I'm going to talk just quickly about my learning experience here as a student. One thing that I found very valuable throughout my high school career was the Spanish market. I thought that that was really cool because in my own world, outside of Maple Grove Senior High, I was learning how to budget my money and what was I going to do, how was I going to spend it, that kind of thing. That was what was going on in my world with mainly my parents. They were trying to teach me that. And so when I came in and I was asked to do the same thing but in Spanish, that was really cool for me because I was like, oh, I'm doing this already, and now I get to try it in a different language. And being able to buy and sell and how to decide what was worth spending and what wasn't worth spending, but doing it in a different language, I thought was incredibly valuable for me as an individual.
As a former student here, I have a ton of great memories, not only of the teachers that I had here, but also a lot of the things I learned. One thing in particular I can think of is senior year English. We were doing a unit on the counterculture of the 60s, and I love history, especially American history. I mean, I thought that I knew everything about this. I had read tons of books, seen all the 60s war movies, thought I knew it all. With a group, we had to come together and find one song and or movie that really represented the idea of the 60s counterculture. I remember meeting with my group and going over our songs that we went through. We listened to hundreds of songs, we're watching movies, and looking at it, trying to look at it not from an enjoyment point of view, but from a point of view of someone living in that time. We had to write an analysis paper and present our findings. We presented in class, and I remember listening to songs and movie clips that I'd seen 100 times and thinking about it in a completely different way than I ever had before, because of the way that it was being explained to me, not by the teacher, but by other students. My group chose Fortunate Son by CCR, which is still one of my favorite songs of all time. And every time I hear it, I still think of being in one of my group members' basements, listening to that song and talking about what it meant to those people. And I still think of that now 10 years later. And I think it was most meaningful because I chose it, not because it was something it wasn't the teacher saying, you look at this, tell me what you think about it in terms of what I said to you. It was, listen to it and what do you think about this? How does it relate not only to back then, but to your life in 2007 in Maple Grove? It allowed someone like me who really, really loved the topic to understand and appreciate it in a different way.